Desire isn't always spoken. In fact, some of the strongest feelings a man can have are the ones he never says out loud. While movies and stories often show dramatic love confessions, real-life attraction is usually much quieter, more subtle, and easier to miss, especially when a man is trying to hide his emotions. Many men struggle to openly express romantic desire. Fear of rejection, pride, emotional vulnerability, or past experiences can hold them back from admitting how they truly feel. Instead of using words, they communicate through actions, body language, attention, and small behavioral changes that reveal what's happening beneath the surface. You might sense that something is different in the way he looks at you, listens to you, or reacts when you're around. Maybe he acts more attentive, more protective, or more nervous than usual. Maybe he remembers tiny details about you, gives you special treatment, or seems emotionally affected by your happiness. These signs may feel subtle, but together, they can paint a powerful picture of hidden desire. Understanding these silent signals can help you read emotional intentions more clearly. It can explain why someone treats you differently, why he seems closer than just a friend, or why he reacts emotionally without fully explaining himself. Sometimes, desire isn't loud. It's expressed in glances, tone shifts, thoughtful gestures, and the effort he puts into being close to you. These unspoken signs don't always mean love right away, but they often reveal attraction, emotional interest, admiration, or growing romantic connection. Recognizing them can help you better understand where you stand, avoid confusion, and make more confident emotional decisions. What makes hidden desire fascinating is that it often shows up in moments people don't even realize they are revealing their feelings. A longer look, a softer tone, a protective reaction, a sudden nervous laugh, a thoughtful message. These small behaviors can say far more than words ever could. This guide explores 15 hidden signs that a man desires you, even if he'll never admit it directly. These signs focus on emotional cues, psychological patterns, body language, and everyday actions that quietly reveal attraction. Whether you're trying to understand someone's feelings, decode mixed signals, or simply become more aware of subtle emotional communication, these insights will help you see the truth more clearly. Not every man expresses desire in the same way, and context always matters. But when multiple signs appear consistently, they often point toward deeper emotions than he's willing to confess. If you've ever wondered, does he like me, or am I imagining it? This list will help you recognize the difference between coincidence and genuine emotional interest. Let's uncover the 15 hidden signs that reveal a man's silent desire, without him ever having to say a word. 1. He finds excuses to be near you. When a man desires you, one of the clearest hidden signs is his constant effort to stay close, without making it obvious. He may create small, harmless reasons to be around you, such as asking for help, starting casual conversations, or showing up where you happen to be. These excuses are rarely random. They are often driven by an emotional pull he may not fully admit, even to himself. You might notice him volunteering to sit near you, lingering after conversations end, or extending interactions longer than necessary. Even simple actions, like walking the same route, checking in frequently, or finding shared activities, can be subtle attempts to remain connected. The key detail is consistency. If he repeatedly seeks proximity over time, it's likely more than coincidence. This behavior often stems from comfort and attraction. Being near you may make him feel energized, understood, or emotionally safe. Sometimes, he doesn't express desire through bold gestures or direct words. Instead, he lets closeness speak for him. His presence becomes his silent confession. He may also adjust his routine around you, arriving earlier, staying later, or aligning his schedule so opportunities to interact increase. While he might disguise it as convenience or friendliness, the underlying motivation is often emotional interest. The desire to stay close reflects a deeper curiosity, admiration, or romantic pull. This sign becomes stronger when combined with other behaviors, like attentiveness, warmth, or subtle protectiveness. If his excuse is to be near you feel intentional, thoughtful, and frequent, It's a powerful indicator that his feelings run deeper than he's willing to admit aloud. 2. His body language changes around you. A man's body language can reveal desire long before he ever says a word. When he's attracted to you, his physical behavior often shifts unconsciously. He may stand straighter, lean in closer during conversations, or angle his body toward you as a sign of interest and focus. You might notice subtle changes like sustained eye contact, softer facial expressions, or relaxed posture when you're around. His gestures could become more animated, his movements more careful, or his tone more gentle. These are natural responses to emotional and romantic attraction. Nervous habits can also appear. He might fidget, touch his hair, adjust his clothes, or smile more often. These small actions often reflect a desire to make a good impression. At the same time, his feet, shoulders, or torso may instinctively point toward you, an unconscious signal that you have his attention. Another powerful indicator is mirroring. If he subtly copies your posture, expressions, or speaking rhythm, it often means he feels connected and wants to align emotionally. Mirroring is a psychological response linked to attraction and bonding. You may also observe protective body language. He might position himself between you and potential discomfort, lower his voice around you, or appear more attentive to your comfort. These actions are not always deliberate. They often emerge naturally when someone cares deeply. Body language reveals what words sometimes hide. If his physical behavior consistently shifts in your presence, showing openness, attention, and emotional warmth, it's a strong sign that his feelings are more than casual interest. 3. He watches you when you're not looking. One of the most telling yet subtle signs of desire is when a man watches you quietly, without drawing attention. If he frequently glances at you when you're unaware, it often reveals a deeper emotional or romantic interest he may not openly express. These looks are usually different from casual glances. They tend to linger longer, carry warmth, curiosity, or admiration, and reflect a silent appreciation. He may observe your expressions, your laughter, or the way you interact with others, small moments that fascinate him. This behavior often comes from a mix of attraction and hesitation. He may fear being too obvious or worry about revealing his feelings too soon. Watching from a distance allows him to stay connected emotionally while protecting his vulnerability. You might catch him looking away quickly when you turn toward him, or notice his attention returning to you repeatedly. Sometimes, these glances hold softness, respect, or even longing, emotions that words might fail to communicate. This sign can also indicate emotional investment. If he pays attention to your mood, notices subtle changes in your behavior, or reacts when you seem upset or happy, it suggests he cares more deeply than he admits. His quiet observation becomes a way of staying emotionally tuned in. In many cases, watching you when you're not looking reflects admiration, attraction, and a desire to understand you better. It's a silent form of connection, one that reveals affection, interest, and unspoken desire long before he ever puts it into words. 4. He gets protective without realizing it. When a man desires you, his protective instincts often activate naturally, sometimes without him even noticing. This protection doesn't always look dramatic or possessive. Instead, it shows up in small, thoughtful behaviors meant to ensure your comfort, safety, and emotional well-being. He might step in if someone speaks to you disrespectfully, offer help when you seem stressed, or subtly position himself in ways that make you feel secure. For example, he may walk on the side closer to traffic, check if you got home safely, or speak up when he feels you're being treated unfairly. These actions often happen instinctively, not because he's trying to impress you, but because he genuinely cares. This kind of protectiveness usually stems from emotional attachment. When he values you deeply, your happiness and safety begin to matter to him on a personal level. He may feel an unspoken responsibility to look out for you, even if he never labels it as romantic interest. You might also notice emotional protectiveness. He could defend your reputation, support your decisions, or feel affected when someone hurts your feelings. If he becomes concerned when you're upset or tries to shield you from stress, it's often a sign of deeper emotional investment. However, healthy protectiveness is calm, respectful, and not controlling. It doesn't limit your freedom or create pressure. It simply expresses care. When this behavior appears consistently and feels sincere, it often reflects hidden desire and affection. If he looks out for you in quiet, thoughtful ways, especially when he gains nothing in return, it's a strong indicator that his feelings run deeper than casual friendship. 5. He mirrors your actions and tone. Mirroring is a subtle psychological behavior that often signals attraction and emotional connection. When a man desires you, he may unconsciously begin copying your gestures, speech patterns, posture, or even your energy level. This happens naturally when someone feels drawn to another person. For example, if you lean forward while speaking, he might do the same. If you laugh softly, he may match your tone. If you use certain phrases or humor, he might start reflecting that style over time. These small alignments are usually not intentional. They are automatic responses driven by connection and interest. Mirroring indicates that he feels comfortable with you and wants to build emotional harmony. It's a way of saying, "I feel in sync with you," without ever using words. Psychologically, people tend to mirror those they admire, respect, or feel emotionally close to. This behavior also suggests that he pays close attention to you. He notices how you move, how you react, and how you communicate, because you matter to him. That level of attentiveness often points to deeper attraction. Mirroring can extend beyond body language. He might start adopting your interests, music taste, habits, or ways of thinking. Over time, this creates a subtle sense of bonding and shared identity. If you consistently notice that he reflects your behavior, rhythm, or emotional tone, especially when he's relaxed around you, it's a meaningful sign that he feels drawn to you on both an emotional and psychological level. 6. He remembers small details about you. One of the clearest signs of hidden desire is when a man remembers the little things about you, the details most people would forget. This could include your favorite drink, a story you once shared, your birthday, your goals, or even small preferences like how you like your coffee. When someone desires you, their mind naturally holds onto information that makes you feel seen and valued. He may surprise you by recalling something you mentioned weeks or months ago, showing that he genuinely listens and cares. This attention to detail reflects emotional investment. It means he doesn't just hear you, he remembers you. Whether it's remembering your favorite movie, asking about a problem you once mentioned, or noticing changes in your mood, these small acts reveal deeper feelings. He might bring up past conversations, reference inside jokes, or check on things that matter to you. These moments show that your words and experiences stay in his mind long after the conversation ends. Remembering details also signals respect and admiration. It suggests that he values your individuality and wants to understand you better. Instead of focusing only on surface-level attraction, he pays attention to your personality, emotions, and life. If he consistently remembers meaningful or personal details, especially when he gains nothing from doing so, it's a powerful indicator that his interest in you is emotional, intentional, and possibly romantic. 7. He acts nervous or self-conscious around you. When a man desires you, his confidence can unexpectedly shift into nervousness, especially if he cares deeply about how you see him. Even if he appears calm with others, he might become slightly awkward, shy, or overly careful around you. This nervous energy often comes from emotional investment and fear of making a bad impression. You may notice small signs like stumbling over his words, laughing a little too quickly, fidgeting with his hands, or overthinking simple responses. He might second-guess what he says, replay conversations in his mind, or hesitate before expressing his opinions. These behaviors reflect vulnerability, an unspoken sign that your opinion matters more to him than he admits. Sometimes, he becomes more self-aware about his appearance. He may adjust his clothes, fix his hair, or subtly check how he looks when you're around. This isn't vanity. It's a quiet desire to appear attractive or worthy in your eyes. His nervousness may also show emotionally. He might worry about offending you, feel anxious if you seem distant, or become overly thoughtful when responding to your messages. This sensitivity often signals that he feels a deeper emotional pull toward you. Interestingly, This nervousness can coexist with genuine warmth. He may try to make you laugh, impress you, or keep the conversation flowing, even if he feels uncertain inside. His effort reveals both attraction and care. When a man acts more self-conscious around you than with others, it usually means your presence affects him emotionally. That slight nervousness is often not weakness. It's a quiet confession of desire he hasn't yet found the courage to say aloud. 8. He tries to impress you subtly. A man who desires you often tries to impress you, but in quiet, understated ways rather than loud displays. Instead of boasting, he might show his best qualities through actions, effort, and consistency. His goal is not to show off, but to earn your admiration naturally. He may highlight his strengths in subtle forms, working harder, being more responsible, showing intelligence, kindness, or emotional maturity when you're around. For example, he might share achievements casually, offer thoughtful insights, or demonstrate skills without drawing too much attention. You might notice him stepping up when you need help, taking initiative in group situations, or trying to appear dependable. These actions often reflect a desire to be seen as capable, reliable, and worthy of your respect. Sometimes, he impresses you by aligning with your interests. If you like certain music, books, or hobbies, he may take genuine interest in them, not just to please you, but to build a deeper connection. This effort signals emotional intention. He may also become more thoughtful in how he speaks to you, choosing his words carefully, offering encouragement, or showing emotional awareness. These behaviors reveal a deeper wish to stand out in your eyes in a meaningful, mature way. Unlike flashy gestures, subtle attempts to impress feel natural and sincere. If you notice him consistently putting an extra effort when you're around, without expecting praise, it's a strong indicator that he wants your approval and feels drawn to you on a deeper level. 9. He gives you special attention. One of the most powerful hidden signs of desire is when a man gives you attention that feels different from what he gives others. This doesn't always mean grand gestures. It often shows in small, consistent ways that make you feel noticed, valued, and prioritized. He might listen more closely when you speak, remember your opinions, or make time for you even when he's busy. In group settings, you may notice that his focus naturally returns to you, whether through eye contact, subtle check-ins, or seeking your reaction. This special attention can appear emotionally as well. He may show concern when you're upset, celebrate your achievements more enthusiastically, or support you in ways that feel personal. These actions often come from a place of genuine care rather than obligation. You might also feel that conversations with him go deeper. He may ask thoughtful questions, show curiosity about your dreams, or engage in meaningful discussions that build emotional closeness. This depth often signals that he values you beyond surface-level interest. Another key sign is consistency. If his attention remains steady over time, rather than fading or appearing only when convenient, it suggests real emotional investment. He may prioritize responding to you, checking on you, or spending quality time with you without expecting anything in return. When a man consistently gives you more thought, focus, and emotional presence than others, it's rarely accidental. That special attention often reflects hidden desire, admiration, and a deeper connection he may not yet feel ready to express out loud. 10. He gets jealous but hides it. When a man desires you, jealousy often appears, even if he tries hard to conceal it. Instead of openly expressing possessiveness, he may show subtle emotional reactions when other men give you attention. His tone might change slightly, his mood may shift, or he might become quieter than usual. This hidden jealousy usually comes from emotional attachment and fear of losing your attention. He may ask casual questions about your interactions with others, appear uncomfortable when you mention another man, or subtly compete for your focus without admitting why. Unlike toxic jealousy, this kind is often quiet and controlled. He doesn't want to seem insecure, so he masks his feelings behind humor, indifference, or calm behavior. But small signs, like tension in his voice, shorter replies, or sudden seriousness, can reveal his true emotions. You might notice that he becomes more attentive after seeing you with someone else, tries harder to stand out, or becomes more protective of your time and attention. These reactions suggest he values your presence more than he lets on. Jealousy in this form isn't about control. It's about emotional investment. It means he cares enough to feel affected by the idea of losing your interest. If his jealousy is subtle, respectful, and tied to genuine care, it's often a quiet sign of deep attraction he's not ready to admit. 11. He prioritizes your happiness. A man who desires you often finds himself caring deeply about your happiness, even in small, everyday moments. Your mood begins to matter to him more than he openly acknowledges. If you're happy, he feels lighter. If you're upset, he feels concerned and wants to help. He may go out of his way to cheer you up, support your goals, or avoid doing anything that might hurt your feelings. This can show through thoughtful gestures, kind words, or simply being there when you need someone to listen. You might notice him adjusting plans to suit your comfort, remembering what makes you smile, or offering encouragement when you doubt yourself. These actions reflect emotional maturity and a genuine desire to see you thrive. Sometimes, he puts your needs before his own, without expecting recognition. Whether it's giving you time, energy, or support, his effort shows that your well-being matters on a personal level. This prioritization often happens naturally, not as a strategy. It's driven by care, admiration, and emotional attachment. When your happiness becomes important to him, even in ways he never verbalizes, it's a strong indicator of hidden desire and deeper feelings. 12. He opens up emotionally with you. One of the deepest signs of hidden desire is emotional openness. If a man feels safe enough to share his thoughts, fears, memories, or vulnerabilities with you, it often means he trusts you and feels emotionally drawn to you. He might talk about his past, his dreams, his struggles, or things he rarely shares with others. This level of honesty signals that he sees you as someone meaningful, not just casual company. Opening up emotionally requires courage. Many men hold back their feelings, so when he chooses to let you see his softest side, it suggests that your presence matters deeply. He may seek your understanding, value your opinions, or feel comforted by your support. You might notice that conversations with him feel deeper, more personal, or more sincere. He may express gratitude for your presence, admit when he feels unsure, or show emotional sensitivity around you. This emotional vulnerability often reflects both attraction and connection. It means he doesn't just desire you physically or socially, he values you emotionally. When a man opens his heart to you quietly, it's often one of the strongest signs that his feelings go far beyond what he's willing to say out loud. 13. He teases you playfully. When a man desires you, playful teasing often becomes his subtle way of building connection. This teasing isn't meant to hurt or embarrass you. Instead, it carries warmth, humor, and a sense of intimacy. It's his way of creating a light emotional bond without openly revealing his deeper feelings. You may notice he jokes with you more than with others, makes gentle fun of small habits, or creates inside jokes that only the two of you understand. This playful energy often reflects comfort, attraction, and a desire to make you smile. He enjoys seeing your reactions because your attention matters to him. Teasing can also be a form of flirtation. It allows him to express interest while keeping things casual and low pressure. Rather than confessing his feelings directly, he uses humor to stay emotionally close without risking rejection. Sometimes, his teasing becomes softer or more protective if he senses you're sensitive. This shows emotional awareness. He wants to keep things fun, not hurtful. His respect for your feelings reveals that his intentions go beyond surface-level attraction. Playful teasing also builds emotional tension. It creates shared moments, laughter, and a sense of us. Over time, this behavior often becomes a quiet love language, one that expresses affection through light-hearted connection. If his teasing feels warm, consistent, and personal, it's often a hidden sign that he feels drawn to you emotionally and enjoys being close to you in a meaningful way. 14. He looks for your approval. When a man desires you, your opinion begins to matter more to him than he openly admits. He may subtly seek your validation, whether through his choices, achievements, or behavior. Your approval becomes a quiet source of motivation. You might notice him glancing at you to see your reaction, asking what you think before making decisions, or feeling especially proud when you compliment him. This shows that your perspective holds emotional value in his life. He may try harder when you're around, being more thoughtful, more composed, or more confident, because he wants you to see his best side. This effort often isn't about ego. It's about wanting to feel worthy in your eyes. Sometimes, he becomes more self-aware in your presence. He may reflect on his actions, adjust his tone, or even improve certain habits because your opinion influences him emotionally. This indicates deeper care and respect. Seeking approval doesn't mean he lacks confidence. It often means he values your judgment because he values you. When your praise affects his mood, boosts his confidence, or reassures him emotionally, it's a strong sign of hidden affection. If you sense that he genuinely cares about how you perceive him, it's likely because your presence holds deeper emotional significance in his heart. 15. He shows care through small actions. One of the most meaningful signs of hidden desire lies in the smallest actions. A man who desires you often expresses his feelings quietly, through thoughtful gestures rather than dramatic words. He might check if you're okay, offer help without being asked, remember your preferences, or do little things that make your life easier. These actions may seem simple, but they carry emotional intention. You might notice him sending a message to see how your day went, bringing you something you like, or being there when you need support. These gestures show consistency. His care isn't loud, but it's reliable. Small acts of kindness often reflect deep emotional investment. Instead of grand promises, he proves his feelings through presence, effort, and sincerity. He wants you to feel valued, safe, and appreciated, even if he never says it out loud. This quiet care also suggests maturity. Rather than chasing attention, he expresses affection through stability, respect, and thoughtfulness. Over time, these small actions build trust and emotional closeness. When a man consistently shows care through subtle, meaningful gestures, it's often one of the strongest signs of unspoken desire. Love expressed not through words, but through consistent, heartfelt effort.